Hey folks, it's CJ at The Practicing Chef, and I figured I'd do a quick video on some kitchen essentials. People ask me, what do I use in the kitchen? What's something that I use all the time? And we're going to go through everything today, from pots and pans to knives and mise en place, which is just a fancy French word for preparation and getting stuff done. Let's get started with my favorite food storage things, the Cambro. It's made by a company out of Huntington Beach, California. And they come with lids. Once you seal them, they don't leak. They come in various sizes. They're great for marinating, for prepping. I'll show you how to turn one of these into a pizza maker in a future video. I use this one for my sous vide. Sous vide, maybe you've seen my videos. I highly recommend, if you've got the space, get yourself a little sous vide cooker. It's an immersion cooker. You'll never cook meats and chops any other way again. You can finish it any way I've shown you in other videos. So sous vide cooker works perfectly in here. These Cambro things are just amazing. We were talking about prep. The key to getting stuff done so that you can focus on the art of cooking is just having everything ready. I love these little stainless steel containers. I think I got these at IKEA. And they're good for when you're chopping onions and getting ready for something. I'm sure you folks have done stir fries before. You don't like start chopping stuff after the stuff's on the heat. So have a good set of these. You'll need them for prepping, which is what cooking is all about if you do it properly. There's a couple little gadgets that I always like. These shakers are great. I have one for flour and one for salt, if you need a quick little salting. These little squeeze bottles are excellent as well. A little olive oil, a little peanut oil. It's just ready to go whenever you need it. For fresh ground pepper, there's nothing better, I think, than a Turkish coffee grinder. If you got friends visiting, go get them. You can buy these online as well. I think they make the best fresh pepper mill, and it really puts it out. About 20 cranks is a tablespoon of pepper, based on how I have it calibrated. If you're getting a sous vide cooker like we talked before, get yourself one of these little torches as well. In previous videos, I've shown you how you can finish off a fillet, any kind of steak, any kind of chop after you've taken it out of the sous vide cooker, and give it a nice crust, in addition to making some interesting desserts. And you know, if you ever have to light up your pipe, not a bad thing either. Get yourself a scale. I don't see how I was able to cook before without a scale. It's the key to getting the science right in cooking. So this is an excellent digital one. I can do in grams, milliliters, pounds, ounces. It's got a tare weight button so you can get rid of containers. And if you don't know how to use one of these, they're really, really simple. Okay, like I said, about 20 bucks on Amazon. I also like mandolin slicers. They make things easy. I like to make my own French fries, and this thing's great. This is a high-end one. I've got a one that I bought on one of those. And now there's more on television things, and it's worked just fine throughout the years. I think I paid 30 bucks for it. This one's in the $100 range, but it does all kinds of crazy stuff. It's great when you want to get consistency in your dice, or consistency in your fries, or consistency in anything you're putting into a recipe. Let's move on to some of the things I use just about every week. An Instant Pot. These things are amazing. I did a corned beef for St. Patty's Day. It took me 90 minutes. Everybody said it was the best corned beef they ever had. Came out soft, tender, juicy. There are so many things that you can do with this. If you don't have one, get one. We'll do videos in the future to show you how to get the most out of this. I've shown you before, a grinder, if you get one of these, you will never buy ground meat again. It takes literally, even from start to clean up and put away, maybe 20 minutes to get some fresh ground beef, pork, chicken, whatever you want to do. This one I got on Amazon. I think it was about 60 bucks. It's a Gourmia, and it's been working solid for about 1.5 years now. So, solid metal casing up here. Good design, easy to get out of the way. Obviously, if you don't have a rice cooker, get a rice cooker, but you can also use an Instant Pot if you do that as well. Let's move on to knives. The best thing to have in the kitchen is a good sharp knife, or a knife that you can put a nice edge on. I found a great company out of Seki, Japan, Satake Cutlery. It's the famous steel city of Seki. And I just want to show you, I put together this set, which includes a heavy cleaver, a vegetable cleaver, a nice chef's knife, and a paring knife. I think under 150 bucks for this whole thing, but you can just buy this one. I love this as a chef knife. It's nicely balanced. It takes a great edge. And the good thing about it is, for an entry-level knife, you're really not spending a lot of money. Have a way to keep them sharp. There's a system that I use. It's a 3-part system. It's made by a company called EdgeMaker Pro. They're a company right here in America. And what it does is it gives you various perfectly angled grinding steels to do whatever you need. My knives are sharp, so I basically use these and then the final steel. Very, very easy to use. You want to put an edge on it, you hold it over here and just run the knife through it. It'll tell you when it's done because you'll feel the smoothness of the knife going through. Then you move on to the next finer steel. Take out all the burrs on it, and then finally you finish up with the finishing steel. Oh, that's nice, Frank. You can hear it, and it puts a tremendous edge on the knife, and it's very, very gentle to it. I guess this one is for, I don't know, sharpening machetes, if you ever had a machete to sharpen. Something like this. Again, same thing. Move on to the next steel, and then you move down the line with the other ones. Just a great sharpening tool, and I'm sure you can find them on Amazon or anywhere on the internet. It's the EdgeMaker Pro set. People ask me, what pans do you use? I said, well, hey, it depends what you're doing. I love cast iron pans. If I'm frying, I have this great Dutch oven that I use. If I'm doing a little single piece of fish or steak that I want to put a nice crust on, I have this little 6.5-inch skillet. And then I've got this other skillet that I use for basting my steaks or finishing them after a sous vide cook, or just reverse searing a steak. This is a nice 10.5-incher. Get yourself a good set of cast iron pans, as you can see. I also have a griddle. I love this griddle. It's great. I love cooking on stainless steel. This is one of my favorite pans. It's a 12-inch skillet. No interior rivets, because I get skeeved out by those. I mean, it looks like it's just a place for bacteria to hang out. But this one, I've cooked so many meals in there, from paellas all the way to boiling pasta, to searing chicken. It's just a great all-around skillet. They don't make them anymore. Otherwise, I'd have about 10 of them. I just love them. And then a good nonstick pan. This one I got at a restaurant supply place. Has a good handle. Handles underneath the broiler. It's really, really, really good. I like a mortar and pestle, but this is like a mortar and pestle. This is actually a Mexican or Mesoamerican kind of deal. This is what they make guacamole in. I can't even pronounce what it is, but I use it as a mortar and pestle. You grind up all kinds of stuff in here. You'll need it, especially if you make any of the Indian cuisine I'm going to do down the road, because this is great for grinding up the spices. It's also great for grinding up aromatics. If you want to get a nice garlic paste or a garlic ginger paste, this is a great place to do it, and you can make a lot of it. And you get a workout. This thing's about 15 pounds. Well, folks, oh, wait, gotta remember. Get a wok. You're going to use it. They're great for stir fry. It's the the Chinese contribution to cooking. It is just an amazing surface to cook on because it transfers heat so quickly. We'll do a lot of things in here. You can even deep fry in here. I make tempura in here or chicken karagi. Again, folks, those are just some of the things that I think you should have. Final, safety. Let's not forget about safety. I keep a nice bottle of H2O2. Now, I know you might say, oh my God, what is that? Hey, it's just hydrogen peroxide. And this is great for disinfecting your boards, keeping everything disinfected in your kitchen. And it degradates down to, I think, water and an oxygen molecule. So I think it's really good for the environment. You can get a whole 32 ounces of it for 99 cents at most stores. It's a really good kitchen disinfector. And if you ever have to make your dog throw up, all you have to do is give him a couple of squirts of this. We'll cover that in another video. Again, this is CJ at The Practicing Chef. Hope these things were helpful. You'll see me utilize these tools throughout the videos that we do. And I'll see you folks in the next video.